Hello. So my name is Ibuku. I'm from the BIOS Club, and I'm here to interview my lecturer. His name is Ruslan Paliy. You're welcome, and thank you for this interview. So please, can you introduce your name, the department, and what you lecture?
Sure. Hello, Ibuku. Yeah, so my name is Ruslan Paliy. I am a professor at Centennial College. I teach at Applied Biology and Environmental Science, ABS department. So I have been teaching already for, I would say, 5 years. And I teach um, labs in courses as environmental microbiology, which you're taking right now, uh, topographic surveying, other courses in microbiology and chemistry and environmental. I teach in two programs, environmental technology and also in biotechnology.
Oh, wow. That's so nice to hear. Thank you so much for that. And my second question will be, what do you like most about your profession?
So about my profession, like as a teacher and
Yeah.
instructor,
Mm-hmm.
I, to be honest, I like teaching and interacting with students. I I like teaching labs the most because that's where you have the most fun and most engaging activities.
I agree, right?
And one of the reasons why I like teaching because I like to deliver complex and sometimes new and difficult information in a way that students understand it. And my goal is to create a good learning environment where students feel comfortable and also relaxed. So I try to apply and engage in different I would say strategies such as making jokes and but also presenting information that will be easier to understand through like showing videos, diagrams, and just asking how students feel about it.
I agree about that, right? And I think it's so interesting because I noticed that most of the time after you explain to us in the lab, you still want to demonstrate, right? You want to show an example, like the last practical we did about the Wattman experiment, and you just went and showed us this is where the sun should reach, and I think I appreciate that about you. Your teaching style is so understandable. So
Thank
the next
you.
question is, so what do you wish you had known about the field before you started? Is it like environmental biology? Was it just something you had in mind to do? Or was it just your choice? Or was it like some of us that, okay, probably wanted to go into medicine because of probably you couldn't get the score or you were not opportune to get to be admitted. We decided to opt for something else. Is that the same in your case?
To be honest, I got into environmental stream because that's what I studied at university and also at Centennial College. And but when I was in university, to be honest, I couldn't make a decision what I want to do and what I want, like yeah, like which program because I have been enrolled in many different courses, many programs. Like I was taking courses in like health sciences, biochemistry, psychology, biology. And when I started taking environmental science, I think I liked it. And then how I got into this field, so I do work in environmental field. I was helping students at, I believe, I don't know what's called now. I think it's Calc, basically, it's helping students with their homework.
Yeah.
So I started doing that in college, and then I slowly started teaching as a professor.
Oh,
But one thing I can tell you, what as a student you don't realize, you don't think about it. It's not about what you're gonna do because we all have different paths. Sometimes people know sooner or later. Sometimes people switch careers as you go.
Yeah.
One thing that I wish I knew when I was a student, and it relates to any field. is
Mhm.
that the skills you learn in school,
Yes.
and it doesn't matter, like could be high school, middle school, university, because you build yourself as a personality. And the skills you build, not only technical skills are very important because you're going to learn things, how you're going to apply, but also soft skills, how you interact with people, how you ask questions, how you listen. They all apply to your workplace. And you develop this habit as a student, and as you develop and grow, and you carry this habit through your career and through your life. So it is never, you have to be self-aware of what you do and how you do, because some there could be some skills or some uh, characteristics of you that might not be beneficial. So you need to be aware and adjust and change. So that's why it is always difficult to have to change or then to develop and learn, I would say, the proper way. And also I would say, because I have like, when I was also a student looking for a job, talking to students, so talking to my peers, there's no bad job no matter what you do. And because every job gives you specific opportunity to grow and build a skill set, as I said, in technical, in soft skills. So
Yeah.
as I said, like, it doesn't really matter, because from each job you can learn something. Maybe not technical, but soft skills for sure, because later it will help you to succeed. To succeed.
Wow, thank you so much. Yes, that is so important. And I'm sure my other peers or colleagues, they're going to learn from these that soft skills is very important together with our technical skills. The next question is, so Professor, do you have any extracurricular activities and which is your favorite?
Uh,
So apart
uh,
from teaching, do you have any other extracurricular activities you engage in?
yeah, I started taking tennis lessons past summer, because I thought like I know how to play, but apparently I do not. um, and I like just spending time outside, going for a walk, hiking, watching movies. Um, I started learning a new language recently,
Hmm.
Spanish, just for fun. I mean, you have to, from your work, and you have to find sometimes even something small. It will keep your mind off and it will help you to relax.
Yeah. Thank you. So of course, in my own case, because of schoolwork, I don't think I have any other extracurricular activities right now, but I'm sure it's a good one, right? We need to balance up things, even as a student or as a professor. Okay, so the next question is, how do you think, so this is like an advice for students, how do you think students can balance their academic life with their social life, and how important is this? Which I just asked you a question about. So an example is me. Right now I'm just like focused on my study. I don't think I have any social life since I got to Canada. Is that the best way of life? Like for now as a student, what would be your advice on how we can balance our academic life with our social life?
But you still meet with friends sometimes, right, Ibuku?
Sincerely speaking, I wouldn't say, well, maybe not going to their house to play or have gist because there's so much to do in school. I wouldn't say I've really got gotten to meet people since I got to Canada. So I don't know if that is the same. I'm sure that is also probably about 50 or 60% the same situation with other students. So I think is there a way we can balance up things?
Yeah. Yeah, remember I said that it is important to develop like social skills right as you go,
Yes.
because you have to. I mean, in life, whatever whatever you do, when you do, it is important to have balance in everything. So, and it is a very good skill to try to develop even now for you, because at different stages in life, you will have different commitments. Like when you, let's say, in the kindergarten, you have things that you need to do. When in high school, university, then when you once you get older, let's say if you have a family, you have Let's say, for example, if people decide to have uh, uh, children, or so different things will be at your life that you will need to manage and to be able to dedicate time to commitments. Because sometimes commitments come not because you want, but because you have to do it. So, and it is important to be able to balance it. And I would say the best way to balance it is to prioritize what you do, let's say each week, and plan your week, like if you can, like to best or build. Of course, some things come unexpectedly, but to plan your week or at least a day ahead, not everything. So, but and once you to help you plan, you need to determine your priorities. Okay, what is important for me? And then going from there, you can plan your day, you can plan your month. But also, when you, let's say, try new things, I would say maybe get a book or a calendar and say, because if you don't, sometimes if you don't write things down, you will never do it. For example, if you say, okay, I want to go and let's say go and travel to Toronto Island this month. And if you don't have specific plan, if you don't have a planned date, you will never do it. Because like it will be just somewhere in the back of your mind. You have to plan it and then you kind of stick to your plan. But I would say, of course, set priorities and plan. Plan your week, plan your day if you can. There are lots of things, resources available online that will help you with planning, but also write down and set reminders. Without reminders, it will be difficult. The same, let's say if you have an appointment with a doctor, they call you and give you a reminder that you have an appointment coming up. Same for yourself. Give yourself a reminder. So that's my advice, how you can balance your academic life and social life.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I think I have learned something. It is very important to plan, set reminders when you've chosen a social activity to be involved in. And yeah, it can also build us for the future. When we get jobs, we'll have a lot of deadlines, right? And building it
Yeah.
up right now will help us.
Yeah.
Thank you so much,
Yeah.
Professor. Okay, you still want to say something?
Yeah, I want to add, when I was a student and then when I started working, I thought like, okay, I thought like when I started working, I have so much time. But because you realize at different stages in life, once you started working, as I said, you started having different commitments. Let's say if you have a family, you have to find time for something else. You have to find, I don't know, time to help your parents, to go shopping, sometimes to, for example, like I haven't seen my friends like for a month, and I had to reschedule it a few times. So again, it's about planning, and if something is difficult to plan, give yourself more time, plan it, and put the day in a calendar. Then you most likely stick to it, and it will happen.
Thank you so much, Professor. We appreciate your time. We want to say thank you on behalf of BIOS. We're grateful for your time, for telling us what students can learn from you, for sharing your experience with us. I'd like to ask if is it possible, are you available for any of us to make you as a referee on our CVs or resume? Would that be okay by you if any student want to contact you, especially those in your section?
Yeah, I would say it will be fair for a student who I know who are in my labs, right, to
Yeah.
ask. And I would encourage every student who, if you know professor well, before when you apply, you want to use the name, tell the professor that you're going to use them.
Mm,
Remind themselves,
okay.
and
Okay.
this will help them to remember about you, but also try to be your best as a student, and then you will shine in professor's eyes.
Thank you so much. We are great. Thank you so much for the tips.